Hey everybody, Nick here with Tack Drivers. Today we've got a Smith Wesson 38. This particular one holds 5 rounds, 2-inch barrel, hammerless. Great for carry. You don't have to worry about that catching on anything. And it does take plus P rounds, so that's always a good thing. It's extremely light. I kind of wish I was doing a side-by-side comparison between this and that Model 856 Taurus that I did last time, or here a while back. But we've got the same rounds we're comparing between on this one, the 125 grain plus P and the 130 grain. So we've got the target up at 5 yards already. We just got to load this, see what it does. All right, everyone. Up first is that 125 grain, and we don't have to worry about a pull and a hammer back. This grip feels a lot different than what that 856 did. Let's see how it does. Right off the bat, this one obviously hits higher than what that one did. It also has more recoil. I think this one's, wow, holy crap. I'll tell you one thing, I can already say that there is a huge difference between this and that Taurus. This one shoots a lot better. Alright guys, this was the 125 plus P. This thing's got a lot more kick than what that Model 856 did, the Taurus that I shot here a while back, but it's more accurate. Even though it's lighter weight, with that 125 you get a lot more recoil. I can't wait to see what the 130 grain is like. This was my first hit, and I thought so after that I came down. We got 3 in orange and 1 down low. I'm going to put an X through those, and we're going to see what the 130 grain does. So let's get that done and reload. Alrighty everyone, we got that 130 grain in there. Let's see what it does. Obviously, since I know that it's more accurate than that 856, I'm going to try to cover center. So let's see how we do. Well, you know what they say, consistency's king. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that was me. I was pulling to the right a little bit, but we got 1 in the orange. This thing does have more recoil, but I can still feel the difference in this between that 125 plus P and the 130 grain. Next up, we're going to do the dueling tree. You know, that seems to be the route that we're going. We'll take it out to around 10 yards, see what this thing will do. Alrighty, everyone, got that dueling tree out there. We're all loaded up with that 125. Let's see how we do. I'm going to go with the second one down. Well then, apparently the plus P goes up with this one. Well, still got to cover it from here. Well, 2 out of 5. At least my average went up from the 856. But let's go ahead, slap that 130 in there. See what we can do. Got her all loaded up. Let's see. Now I'm going to start on the left side. Now to the right. Okie dokie. Pretty sure I hit the middle of the stand there. Well, that's not good. I'm almost certain I hit the middle of the stand there. You guys probably saw that better than I did. So maybe I'm still pulling to the right, and maybe it is this. Maybe it likes that plus P a lot better. However, I guarantee if you got grandma shooting that, unless she's an avid shooter, she's not going to care for that much. We're just going to do the paper target at 15 and then 20 yards so we can see the difference between there. And that'll be that. What's great about these, no disassembly for cleaning. A brush in there, make sure you clean out the chamber. So super simple care. They're simple to use just because of the chamber and everything. I know the person who got this one, the reason they went with the model they did and a revolver was because of the simplicity. First time shooter. Maybe this wasn't quite the one for them, but they haven't even shot it yet, so we don't know. But let's do some rearranging and see what we can do. All right, 5 rounds of 125, just like before. It's getting kind of old to say that, isn't it? But 15 yards. Let's see how I do. Well, I'm pretty sure that wasn't worth a damn. Well, I'm improving. We have 3 hits out of 5. A low, center, and a high. This range, I'm not sure if it's me or the gun. Normally, if you can't hit, it's because of you, not the gun. But, you know, we're on paper. That's a plus. I did see wood fly. At one point in time, I'm going to guess I hit that there. I don't know. We'll be able to see here in a little bit when I edit this. And but I think we're ready to get that 130 grain in there and see what it does here at 15. And then I'll shove it back 5 more yards and go from there. All right, guys, ready and loaded. 130 grain. Let's see what it does at 15 yards. Yeah, saw a lot of wood fly there. This should be it. Well, we have 3 on paper again. Again, low, high right, higher right. So that was with a 130 grain. Oh, one of them hit, you know, down here. That's fun. I'll have to see which one did that since I didn't notice it before. But I think I'm still going to shove it back 5 more yards. And just to see what it does, I do think I'm just going to mark them off instead of using yet another target. And again, we start with plus P. All right, there's my 5 rounds of 125 plus P. Let's see if we even hit at 20 yards. Well, did a little worse this time, but there's one in orange and one not. Checking the outside edge of the paper, and that's all we got. So definitely more for close range. Explains a short barrel. Something with a longer barrel would be better off for out this far, depending on the round. But let's see what happens with 130 grain. Wouldn't you know it, I only had 5 rounds of 130 grain left. So let's see what it'll do. Well, apparently, I completely missed. But, oh, nope, never mind. I've got one. So it's probably over on all of them, unless I hit down here. Again, I'll see that in editing. But that's all there is for that. Definitely more of a close-up gun, and we'll talk about it in a little bit, because again, there's a lot of bugs out here and I'm kind of tired of them. So let's get back inside and we'll talk about it. All right, everybody, here we are back from the range with that Smith Wesson plus P rated revolver at 38. This was pretty fun to shoot, had a little more recoil than that Model 856 I did a little while back, but not a huge difference. Maybe I'll do another video with these two side by side so I can maybe really capture the difference in how they shoot. However, that being said, it's a good one to shoot. You know, if this is like any firearm really, you're gonna want to practice with it so you know where it hits. After that, there's not much to say about this thing. I think it really speaks for itself. Again, I wish I was a marksman so I could do a little bit better, but the other side of that is I feel as though it gives everybody else a better idea on what an average shooter is probably going to do with any given firearm. If I was a marksman, maybe I'd be hitting dead center every time and everybody's going to think that that's what they're going to be able to do. It's just not the case. Everybody shoots different. But otherwise, if you like the shirt I was wearing today, you can get ones similar to it on Etsy. I can provide a link to the closest one to this design. It's not going to have this sleeve type. But otherwise, like, subscribe, and you can find me on Facebook and Instagram, and I also have my own website. Go ahead and check those out if you want. Otherwise, I'll see you next time.